everybody, this is Kat, and I'm started working on a 14 count cross stitch, and I'm going to show you what it is. And what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing it in a half. Here we go. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, it's a Christmas train. It says Santa Express. And it's a Joy Sunday. It's 14 count. And what I started doing is I decided to start working on it uh, with a half cross stitch. So what I'm gonna have to do is kind of bring you around. So hold on. And this way, I can get you where you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay? Because where I'm working on is right here. And all I'm doing is a half cross. If I can find the hole. There we go. And all I'm doing is just, some people call it a tent stitch. And to me, it's just a half cross stitch. And I'm working this way because I want to see if how it would turn out. And I still don't have you on the frame, right? How about like that? Maybe I got you there. Anyhow, and what I've been doing is I used, a 14 count usually takes, hang on, 14 count usually takes 2 strands of thread, right? Well, I'm doing this like you would be doing 11 count with 3 strands. And it seems to be coming out fairly well. Okay. And it's got enough coverage that it looks pretty good. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you in a little bit closer. So hang on. Now, where are we? Way up there. Okay, let me get you arranged here. Now, nope, see, I'm still pulling you towards me. Okay. But as you can see, if I don't make you sick first, as you can see, it's got pretty good coverage, and this is up really, really close. So, and I wish I could get it where it would stay still. Yeah. But it looks like it's got plenty of coverage. And so I'm going to keep at it with the half stitch and see how it turns out. Because I've never done a cross stitch and a half stitch before. So, jeez. All right, I'm going to have to back you up. Because I'm waving you around. I'm going to make you sick. Sorry about that. Anyhow, so, I thought I'd try this. I mentioned it on the last video that I did. And I got to thinking about it. And I thought, you know what? Let me see if I can find 14 count that if it messes it up, I'm not going to be that badly concerned about it. Okay. And that's why I picked out this one. I pulled this one out, a couple of months ago, and I was going to work on it, but I just never got around to doing it. So, I figured this one would be a good one to experiment on. So, you guys will have to let me know what you think on this. I know it covers a lot more ground. You're stitching a lot faster when you're only doing half the stitch. So that'll work for me. Yeah, I've got a subscriber that she does most of everything she does in half stitch, and I thought, wonder if I could do that. And then I was listening to, I believe it was. Sorry about that, didn't mean to bump you. Stitching in the Interlake with Ava, and we were talking about the 9 count, and that's what she said. She said you could just add a stitch or an extra strand to your your threads, and you could do it in a half stitch. And I thought, that's not a bad idea. And I kept thinking about it, but I would rather do it on a smaller count, like a 14 or a 16 or possibly even an 18 count. Something like that. So that's why I decided to use this one as an experiment. Now, if I like doing it this way, I may start doing it this way instead. We'll see. But unfortunately, I did have to start with a small knot because I found it would be hard to try to do a pin stitch with this particular way of doing it. Because, the thing is that full cross helps to cover up the pin stitch, but it also when you're crossing it like that, it helps to tie in your stitching to where it's not going to come loose. Now with this, because it's only a half stitch, I had to actually use a small knot. So we'll see how it comes out. But I thought I'd give this a try and see what happens. Ouch. Raised my hand and bumped the light. Yeah. But so far I think it looks pretty good. It's not bad looking at all, actually. Yeah, I tried one time to do a half stitch on a project, and so I tried it with on a 14 count. But what I didn't do is I didn't know that you're supposed to add a thread your threads if you're going to do a half. I see, I didn't know that. Well, I do now. So anyway, like they say, you live and learn. I wish it would warm up a little bit. It's still pretty chilly here. So it's not so much chilly, it's damp. That's what it is. It's damp. And so I'm having to run the little heater in order to take the dampness out of the room. Yeah. I know one thing more. This is a lot easier than doing a full cross. Yeah, I'll have to do this more often. Yeah. And what this photograph is a train, and it's got Santa Claus on it. And I thought, I'd do it for Christmas. Something. Because I've already got one picked out to do for Christmas. It's in a diamond painting. I just haven't started it yet. And yeah, the one I picked out for Christmas in a diamond painting. It's like golds and it's candles. I think it's a partial. I think. And I haven't. I have to get it out and look at it. But I thought it was pretty. So no. Ava was talking about trying to. It's not so much a no buy for this year, for 2025. Not so much that, but to limit your buys to like one or two buying cross stitch or diamond painting or whatever it is you choose, and do it one or twice a month, once or two times a month, and the rest of the time you don't buy anything, So, but I don't think I'm gonna go along with that. I think I'm gonna try to do what's known as a no buy, and at least for 6 months. Okay. And work on stuff that I've already got in my stash. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. At least for about, maybe about 6 months. And see how it works out. And that way, I wean myself off of Temu. Oops, sorry about that. Wean myself off of the Temu for a while. Yeah. Because feel like I'm just spending way too much on my Temu. So what I'll do is I'll just take and I'll just try not to buy anything for about 6 months, and then when I when I want to get something, then I can get it. I won't feel so guilty about it. Not that I do or anything, but I just trying to cut back on my spending. I just feel like I'm spending too much here lately. So, yeah, I had those white beans and ham last night for dinner. Unfortunately, none of us knew it, but the ham was kind of salty. And so it made the beans kind of salty. And so I'm paying for it today. And my blood pressure is a little bit too high. And, so I'm not feeling all the way up to snuff. I ended up taking my blood pressure medicine early. Because of it. But it is what it is. Come on. There you go. One more. If I can get it. It's hard to find the holes of these. Little 14 counts are hard to find sometimes. Alrighty. But yeah, I kind of like doing it this way. I'd never done it this way before. Yeah. So what do y'all think? Do you think I ought to do this more often where it's just a single stitch, half crochet, or what? Let me know in the comments, okay? What you think. I know it's a lot easier, it's a lot faster. I can tell you that much. Oh, come on. There we go. I know I'll probably have to use my magnifying light, though, because the holes are a little bit hard to see. Yeah. So what do you think? Yep, I'm completely off. There we go. What do you think? It's got pretty good coverage. So we're just going to keep going and see how it turns out. That's all we can do. And I could probably do an 11 count with 4 strands instead of 3. Yeah. I bet you I could. Yeah. Yeah, I got quite a bit done on the black cat this morning. Yeah. Compared to what I showed you in the other video. So, whoops. Alrighty, come on, here we go. I know I'm not talking much, I'm more concentrating. Hmm. So I'm not saying a whole lot. Hmm. So we'll try to finish this thread out and then we'll call it a day on the video. How about that? Because I didn't even bother to put any music on or anything this time. It's just me this time. Yeah. Oh, well. Hmm. Yeah, I noticed that I get more response on doing the cross stitch videos than I do on the diamond painting. And I was just wondering why that is. Well, I know a lot of people do the diamond painting. I may just switch over and just start doing um, the cross stitch. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it. But anyway, geez, I'm way off frame as usual. That's a problem with holding it in your hand. If you don't have it on a stand or something, it keeps moving off frame. And I don't mean to do it. It's just that I'm not watching the camera either. Now, come along. Here we go. Yeah, but I kind of like doing it this way. I really do. We cover a lot of ground, and on top of that, I don't think I'm using as much thread. Okay. I feels like I'm using less thread. So, I don't know. Come on. Mhm. But, anyhow. Oh, come on. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that bear that I bought in this type of a stitch instead of doing the full cross. Yeah. And I think that one, is an 11 count, if I'm not mistaken. And I like the one with the bear. I always have. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. And what you do is with this, all you're doing is splitting your thread like you would for an 11 count. You just split it in half, three for each side, for each one. You know, so that you know, and it looks pretty good so far. Hmm. Yeah, I think I may do this again. Yeah, I know a lot of people that they don't even do the full cross. They always do just a half stitch, you know. And honestly, I'd never really thought about it. I learned how to do the stitching and the cross, the full cross. I never thought anything about the half stitch. The only thing I'm not gonna like about this particular pattern is it does have French knots in it. And I was thinking about maybe getting some beads to put on here instead of the French knots. That's what I was thinking about. But we'll see. Because I can get some of those little tiny seed beads and put them on here instead of trying to do the French knots. Because I can do French knots, but I'm not very good at it. Let's put it that way. 9 times out of 10, for some reason, they always end up unraveling, and it doesn't look very good. So I was thinking maybe use beads instead. You know, get some of the beads that's in the corresponding colors as what's required for the French knot, and just use beads instead. So we'll see if I can get them. Yeah, I'm almost out of thread. A few more stitches and I'll have to tie this off and start again. But I think the thread has gone a lot further than if I did full cross. It just feels like it's not using as much. So, all right, a couple more stitches, and then I think we're gonna have to call it a day on this one thread. Yeah. One more I think I can get away with. It's like playing Russian roulette. Kind of. You want to get as much out of your thread as you can, but at the same time, you don't want to cut yourself so short that you can't tie it off. All right. Let's go down through here, like so. There we go. Now, if you look, right there is the knot that I had to use. Right there. And I don't like knots, but sometimes you don't have a choice. All right, let's snip the tail off of here. Like so. And I think I'm going to try to get the tail of this knot off of here. There. That'll work. Oop, I keep bumping around and banging you, don't I? Sorry about that. Let me have that. All righty. What do you think? Huh? Looks pretty good, huh? Looks bad. Looks pretty good. I think it does. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep going and keep moving and see how it works out. But it looks pretty good so far. Yep. All right. Oh, excuse me. All righty. Well, we're gonna wrap this one up, and we will see you later. And we'll see you probably tomorrow. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good evening, and I will see you. God bless you. Bye bye.